She stood still with her hair flying in the wind. She stood still with her hair flying in the wind. She stood still with her hair flying in the wind.
They are more receptive to the effects of this medication than the last group. They are more receptive to the effects of this medication than the last group. They are more receptive to the effects of this medication than the last group.
They spend all their free time studying. They spend all their free time studying. They spend all their free time studying. They constructed this project entirely with recycled metal. They constructed this project entirely with recycled metal. They constructed this project entirely with recycled metal.
Most orchestra members did not hear what the conductor said. Most orchestra members did not hear what the conductor said. Most orchestra members did not hear what the conductor said.
There is more to the theory than what we've discussed in class. There is more to the theory than what we've discussed in class. There is more to the theory than what we've discussed in class.
This room is used to store old furniture. This room is used to store old furniture. They offered to help me finish the job. They offered to help me finish the job. They offered to help me finish the job.
I ran into a close friend yesterday. I ran into a close friend yesterday. I ran into a close friend yesterday.
Your professor has noticed your strong interest and potential in the field of journalism, particularly regarding the role of media in social change. They approach you to invite you to a guest lecture on the subject, feeling that it would be a valuable experience for you. As someone who can be hesitant to step out of your comfort zone, you're considering whether to attend the event or not.
So guys, in this test you can listen like as much you can, so there is no restrictions to listen the scenario and then answer the question.
Your professor has noticed your strong interest and potential in the field of journalism, particularly regarding the role of media in social change. They approach you to invite you to a guest lecture on the subject, feeling that it would be a valuable experience for you. As someone who can be hesitant to step out of your comfort zone, you're considering whether to attend the event or not.
I read your recent article in the college newspaper, and I was impressed by your insightful perspective on social change. It reminded me of an upcoming guest lecture on the role of media in social change. I think you would benefit greatly from attending. Well, a renowned investigative journalist is coming to share their experiences with social injustice. They'll be covering advanced techniques and interview skills, plus discussing ethical considerations. It's a great opportunity to learn from an expert. That's perfectly all right. Attending the lecture will give you a broader understanding of the field and might even open up networking opportunities. You never know where it could lead. It's this Saturday at the City Auditorium. Don't worry about transportation. A shuttle will be provided for attendees. I understand, but perhaps it's worth considering rescheduling your plans for this potentially valuable opportunity. Give it some thought, all right?
In this picture, I can see there is a old red colored tram. It's look like tram. I cannot see a train because train has a different structure. I can see there is two workers. They are constructing some kind of diffusive material, but it couldn't show that what they are doing. But construction is on the way. We can see that. On the other side, I can see the weather is really cloudy, and this picture is taken by the railway department for the proof of the areas and the tram line, which looks like the rail track, but it might be yes or no. On the other side, I can see it might be a new train which is going to ready to launch on the rail line, but on the other side we cannot confirm that what's going on there. Most of the time the railway department, they take pictures for the museums, for the rail record, and they have to implement, they have to show that what they did today and what they are going to do. So that's all about this picture. uh, Acknowledge the trend of the smartphone becoming the primary source of information and entertainment. Like instant news, online learning and research, and the fact checking. Most of that people, they're using communication for the social media, messaging apps, video calls, and staying connected with the personal and professionally. Most people, they use for the entertainment streaming services like Netflix, gaming, social media, and the digital content consumption. On the other side, it could be the implicants of the banking and the shopping centers as well. There are some, like the main prominent source of entertainment, and it's not to be neglected that digital addiction, like there is a positive and negative implications. On the negative side, digital addictions, spread of misinformation in the wartime or in the crisis time, privacy concerns, and the many other more. And the positive is the increased accessibility to information, enhanced communication convenience, and other opportunity for remote working and online professionals. So overall, it's a very negative and positive ways.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your ideal place to live. Describe something you like about where you live.
Hi. Yes, actually, I'm living in England, which is near to the West Midland, and it's really traditional and it's really idealistic place. The geographical sites, it's very close to the nature, which is indeed to ignore that most of the people, they knows that England is the most close to the nature. They care about pollution, they care about everything, so that's why it's really, really most close to the nature and hardware welcoming place.
Interesting. Let me ask you another question. How might different modes of transportation influence where a person wants to live?
Yes, there are plenty modes of transportation in England, and most of the people, they like to use trams, trains, taxis, and many other sites of transportations, because in this modern era, and everybody have a hectic schedule. They want fast and convenient. So I will definitely suggest that metro and the trams.
Interesting. I've got a different question. How can the availability of social activities influence a person's decision on where to live?
Uh, Yes, there are, to enable the social activity, we can create more opportunities for people to meet and interact. Friendly environments, like example, school, workplaces can organize, group projects, events, clubs that encourage teamwork, communication. In communication, building parks, sports center, culture programs can help bring people together. Technology also plays an
Thanks for
important role,
discussing
but
your
yeah.
ideal place to live with me. Now I'd like to change topics and ask you a few questions about your favorite food. Tell me about your favorite food.
Yes, the favorite food. Yeah, actually, I have tried a lot of Japanese and Italian food, but my favorite food is pizza because I love it. It comes in different flavors. You can add your own toppings, favorite. It's also easy to share with friends, makes it perfect in social gathering. But I love pizza. One of my favorite pizza is it's margarita pizza. Yeah.
Thanks. I've got a different question. How would you describe your favorite dish to someone who's never tried it before?
Yeah. There are one of my favorite dish that many people have not tried, like momos, which are steamed dumpling. It's popular in Nepal and many parts of India, and they are filled with vegetable, chicken, meat served with spicy sauces. I love them because they are soft, flavorful, and very comforting. So I will suggest that.
Interesting. I have another question. Do you think your favorite food is difficult to make? Why or why not?
Yes, I think my favorite food like momos can be a little difficult to make. It takes time to prepare the dough and the filling, then carefully fold each dumpling. You also need to steam them properly so they are soft but not overcooked. It requires some skill, patience, especially to shape them nicely. That's why I usually prefer to eat them at restaurant rather than to make at home.
Thanks for talking about your favorite food with me. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. one of my friends, Sarah, she is very creative person. She loves painting, and she spends most of her free time working in her art. She usually paints landscapes and portraits, and her work is really impressive. Sometimes she even joins local art exhibitions and showcase her painting. I admire always, and because painting requires a lot of patience and imaginations. She often tells me that painting helps her relax and express her feelings. I think it's amazing how she can turn a black canvas into a smoothful and beautiful art. There are many things Sarah she did, and it's not the painting. And whenever I went her house and she was painting the gardens, beautiful old buildings, and many more. So it's very difficult, and you have to be innovative. You have to be, critical thinking how you're gonna paint. There are plenty of artworks when you are doing something, so you have to be in the focus minded. Nobody can suggest you, nobody can make you great quicker, but the painting, the art, it will be in your DNA. And most people, they like to make it very smooth, and they want to be in detail. And when she upload painting on the social media, because every painter, they have to show on social media, because it's very difficult to keep this art in the local area. You have to be internationally recognizable, because the art loved by everybody else. Most of the millionaires, billionaires, they buy painting like in millions. So that's why it's really really expensive art. And he used to do, when she was in school time, I saw her and she was doing paintings, arts, many other canvas they are uploading for the social webs and many more. So that's why I pretty well explained. So I hope so it helped. Well, thank you so much, guys.